my neck. My back.
It's the podcast.
One you clap along to.
Somebody's walking up our driveway.
Yeah, they work here.
I know.
You always say that when someone's coming up the driveway. You're like a dog. Someone's in the driveway. People come here. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Talking Normies Podcast.
How y'all doing?
Good morning.
Me, your kinda host, Chris.
What it does.
Are you the host?
I don't know, not really.
I thought we were all hostesses out here.
We're all co-hosts.
There we go.
If you're on the table, you're a co-host. Pat, what's your name?
I'm a co-ho.
I'm Pat. He called me Pat, so I guess I'm Pat.
I'm Dameron, and I love Hostess products, even though they will kill you.
I'll have to second that. I'm Mickey. What up?
You know what's funny is the way you said that. It doesn't sound like they'll kill you like in the long run. It's like if you eat a Hostess, like, just reach out.
They grew up in Rio. What can you say?
Yeah.
Getting ahead of ourselves.
All right. So, with the podcast, what up, y'all? We're going to pull up the chat and we're going to chickadee talk with you guys. I'm going to let you guys know what it is today. Today, we will be doing our weekend catch-up. We're going to talk a little bit about threads, and then we're going to talk about why people are throwing things at singers, and then we're going to do our little advice corner. If you would like to have some advice answered when we get to the advice portion, we'll check the comments. We will answer your advice. It doesn't matter what it's about. If it's about boats, I know nothing about boats. I will answer your advice. And then we're going to talk about the movie.
Throwing things at singers?
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
I
Hey,
believe it's soliciting advice.
weekend catch up. What do you guys do over the weekend?
I made another YouTube video for my personal channel.
Nice.
Mikotsky. You can follow me there. I did it about the Colleen Ballinger situation.
Oh, yeah?
Which, we don't have to talk about it, but yeah.
Why don't you brief us?
Yeah, for those who don't know, Colleen Ballinger, can you just...
okay. OG YouTuber got famous off of doing like an annoying character, so garnered a very young audience, and then groomed them.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So just there's way more to that, but the thing is, I thought it was like just a surface level thing of like, I mean, it's still really creepy behavior. Like she's like in the discourse being weird.
Yeah.
But no, it's so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
Like she's an animal abuser. She's a sociopath.
She keeps being like, I was raised weird, and it's like,
she's
hey,
a psychopath.
There's some things. No, I think psychopaths are. I think she's a sociopath. Like she doesn't understand like human connection, and it's breaking her brain.
I thought that was psychopaths. I thought sociopaths understand and sociopaths
She's probably both.
I don't know.
A bit of both.
But that's what I did. I already went through the commentary journey of like, I don't want to make drama videos, and then my very second videos.
I'm sorry to make you expound on this, but you had to have done more because it was a 5-day fucking weekend.
That's what I was about to ask.
Oh,
you did a video. Yeah, the 4th of July. Oh my God, there was like a major holiday, and you didn't have to work for 2 days, and your whole entire only thing I remember. Okay, what else did you do?
So check it out. I forgot that we had Monday and Tuesday off. I knew we had Tuesday off, July 4th, but I didn't know we had Monday off. Okay,
That's fair.
I forgot. Okay.
Did you come to the office?
I came to the office. Yes,
Well done.
I did. So here's the thing. I was like panic working over I didn't even play D&D because I was like, I have so much work to do. Like I have to get shit done. Like I picked up edits for like here too. So I was working like a madman over the weekend, and I was like feeling really good. And I get to work on Monday. I'm like, what the fuck is everybody like? And then I look at the schedule, and it was like clearly it just said off. Like we're not coming in.
We didn't
these
have
days.
anything.
So then I felt great. I was like, I can actually have like a weekend now, and I chilled. I played Miles Morales all day.
Nice.
Nice.
And then July 4th, I just went and hung out with my family. And
I'm confused about something.
Yeah.
It sounds like under the certain circumstances, you can get things done ahead of time, but you like to watch the movie.
Well,
You just finished the movie like minutes ago.
so I did mean to watch it earlier, but like, okay, these last couple of weeks have been like especially difficult because I picked up a couple of emergency edits for us, and then I was also working on a commentary video for the Normies channel. So I'm bouncing between a lot of projects.
All right.
So it's just been a little stressful for the past couple of weeks.
Totally understandable. What about all the weeks before that where you still waited until the last 5 minutes to watch the movie?
I'm gonna have to blame it on my ADHD. I think I work better under a stressful
It's
day.
not. I just want you to watch a movie.
I know, but like I need that stress to like.
You need that stress
I
to
agree.
motivate you.
Yeah, I need that stress.
I get it. We have that
push
same
me.
problem.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, it's
We
just,
need the stress to get us motivated to do shit, Chris.
the-
All right, don't blame my illnesses over
But
here.
then the thing is
the
like
same illness.
here's the thing. This happened all throughout school. Like any project that I did was like the night before, right?
I agree.
And by the morning, I produced something like a banger. Like I was proud of it, but then I'm always left with the feeling of like, what if I had sunk that same amount of effort, but for like 2 weeks? Like I'd be untouchable if I didn't procrastinate.
I agree.
I just asking you to watch a movie.
thought process.
I'm not asking you to make a banger.
No. Movie aside, I went down a rabbit hole.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Expounding.
Well, that's Darren. What'd you get into?
So my wife and I went down to Brown County, Indiana, and we got a trailer. We did some glamping, which
It was
was
super
really
cute. I saw the pics.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, there's a service called Getaway, and they have properties all over the United States. And you just go and get a trailer, and they give you a fire pit, and it's actually furnished on the inside. You get a queen size bed, 2-burner stove,
Dude,
you get a hot water
sounds
shower, toilet.
amazing.
And yeah, so we just went and disappeared. Basically, got
That's
lost
what-
for the weekend.
Nice flushable toilets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Everything.
You gotta
It's like a
do
little
that every
hotel
now and
room.
then.
basically.
I think my next road trip, I'm gonna rent like a conversion van.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's basically the same concept.
Yeah, that's
and,
cool.
and they're also spread out. You do have neighbors, but you can hardly hear or see them. And yeah, it really is remote. Like it takes a while to get there for sure. So yeah, definitely endorse it. It was better than I anticipated it to be. So yeah, just went and got lost in
Did
southern
you bring
Indiana.
your food? Did you had a hunch for your food?
No one hunts for the
No, there was a grocery store. Granted, you had to drive 35 minutes to get to it, but there was a grocery store.
So you kind of had a hunt for your food.
Yeah,
I just
we
want to
had
say shout outs to everyone in the chat. And So Far So Good show is here. Oh, what up, y'all?
Hey, so far so good. What up?
So far, so good.
What did you do for the 4th, though, Dameron?
It's the homies.
Or you were out there for the 4th?
Yeah, so we came back on the 4th, and we went to a place here in Indy whose name is alluded Half Liter. We went to Half Liter on the 4th,
okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
they had red, white, and blue slushies and red, white, and blue Jello shots. So on the way
Nice.
back from Brown County, which actually technically is a roundabout way of getting home, we went to Half Liter, and then we just went home. We didn't even watch the fireworks. We watched a movie. I think.
Nice.
Yeah, so we didn't even not very patriotic, kind of patriotic during the day, but yeah, pretty chill. All in all, pretty chill.
Just real quick, can you and Pat lift your mics up a little bit higher? Because when you guys go side to side, your voice is kind of cutting out.
Gotcha.
Speak directly into the front.
All right, well, Pat.
Man, Runner, don't be getting them treats. God damn it, I see you.
Hey, Rana. Pat says don't give her a treat. He sees you. Oh, she's just gonna.
Yeah, she's just
Anyway. So what do you just give the dogs diabetes. Just do it.
The beaties.
Pat,
All right. Anyways,
what did you do?
I had my little nephew over. So
Hold on. Is this kid your nephew or your cousin? Because he's been both so far.
It's Indian is different. Americans, it's your
I get you. It's like nephew, cousin.
Yeah.
I mean, we do the same thing. We just pick one and stick with it, though.
yeah. But when I talk to you guys, like I say cousin, and when
You don't?
when I talk to my Indian friends or my parents or I just say my nephew. Because
You don't? You don't have to do that. You know that, right? If
do
you
you
just
mean?
call him your fucking nephew.
Well, then I gotta explain it. So
I just told you in my community it's the same way. You don't have to explain it. I got aunties that ain't my aunties. You just call them auntie.
Okay.
So just when you go back and forth though, that's confusing. I need to know. I just tell me it's your little fucking nephew.
all right. So I got my little nephew. He came from back with me from Detroit. He's been with me here for about a week and a half now. And it's been fun. It's a lot of work. Luckily, my other cousin, she has another. They're about the same age, about maybe 4 or 6 years apart. So he kind of helps me out, get him get his interest doing other things than watching TV or playing games. But I've been learning things that there's free not water parks, but free places to go take your kids to just go through water. So
Splash pads.
Yeah, splash pads. I never knew about that, but there's plenty of them around. There's 2 in Fishers, so I've taken him there. just let him get wet and run his energy out. And then I've been taking him out to eat a lot of ice cream. I've been eating a lot of ice cream because of that too.
You're gonna kill this
Where'd you
kid.
go? Where'd you go to get ice cream?
Bro, he loves handles.
Handles.
Handles?
I mean, handles.
Bro, every time, bro, he asks me for lunch and dinner. Can we go to Handles?
Pat, I'm about to get you right now. So Ronnie can't give Cash a treat, but you're gonna take this little motherfucker out to Handles every day.
But listen. He's
Talk about the beaties.
I feel like this is more for you.
Pat's like, I need a reason to get ice cream.
that too. But also, he's a good kid. I don't want him,
You don't want him to
Yeah.
You gonna spoil the fuck out of your kids, bro. You are going to.
No. He's like, I've been taking care of a lot of kids, like not like that, but like for friends and family, he's probably one of the best ones.
Hey, man, but
That's
you,
cool.
you gotta hit him up with like something unexpected one day, like instead of like ice cream, take him to like Sweet Greens, just something like moderately lame to teach him the lesson that
Sweet green is fire.
good things in life are not always rewarded by ice cream.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Otherwise, he's gonna be looking for ice cream handouts all his life.
Sometimes
fuck this kid up.
Sometimes good things are just good things without rewards.
Just do it maybe once a week.
And then 4th of July, we were supposed to go downtown, but then we ended up picking up some fireworks. Man, fireworks are fucking expensive, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This inflation is even more expensive. But anyways, we picked up some fireworks, and then I picked up a new grill, set it up. I learned. I always knew how to
charcoal,
grill.
right?
Charcoal, little small Weber. One of those.
Well, yeah, the little round boys.
Round boys, not a Weber, but a knockoff Weber.
Yeah, classic.
One of those grills. I always knew how to grill, but not on a charcoal. So that was a little learning experience. Figuring out the indirect heat, direct heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is this though. So you, how you get your brick started? You do the pyramid,
Oh no!
log cabin.
No.
You using the,
no.
or you got a
Listen,
you got a chimney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went to. I already. My brother told me get this shit, so I went and got everything. My brother told me. I got a little fire starter, so it's not as a hassle. Put the chimney and then put the coals in there. It gets done faster.
You got the good coals.
Oh, I don't even do charcoal. I use lump of coal.
You're doing the lump coal.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lump coal.
All right.
I actually,
Where you get- where
I'm
you
doing
get the
lump
lump
coal for the first time, but I think I still prefer briquettes.
Emma,
Bruh?
where you get the lump coal at?
Anywhere.
Well, okay, the only thing I'm afraid of is like some of them are like coated in chemicals to make them light faster. I want that organic.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Shit.
I want that organic.
But that's the thing though, because all right, so this is about to be a brief dip into barbecue. So
Let's talk about
when
it.
I have barbecue, I'm really having nostalgia, right? Like I'm thinking about my mom grilling, and she did Kingston briquettes, and she did the lighter fluid for all of our entire existence, right? So like for me, that is what barbecue tastes like. You know what I mean? And so like right now in my house, I'm not doing it the same way my mom did it. I have taken I'm doing it the white folks way, which is with the chimney, which is lit.
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. What is this chimney?
So it's like all right. So instead of starting your bricks on the stove or on the grill, you put them in like this like cylinder chimney that pulls air through it.
Oh.
And then you set a fire at the bottom, and then they all get lit pretty quick. Like it takes like 10 minutes, and it's guaranteed that all of them are fucking lit. And then you throw that on the grill, which is way better. Because usually my mom would be like, I'm going to go out there and soak these motherfuckers in fucking lighter fluid.
That's what my dad did.
And then you got to let the lighter fluid burn off and all that shit.
And then can you like throw like flavored wood chips on top of that? Like
Yeah.
hickory
Like that.
smoked.
Hickory. Yeah.
So like, I'm not doing all the extra shit, but I am using that to get my shit started. And I am doing lump right now, but I'm going to try briquettes for my next couple of rounds. But anyway, man, it's I don't know, barbecue is
Ideas.
fun.
Hey.
Too bad it's cancerous.
Just
Smoking meat.
right,
Yeah, just
exactly.
adding smoke to meat is, long.
Just wanted to add to that.
Okay, so you just can't barbecue too much.
Yes.
Yeah, if you like, your body wants you to barbecue every day because it tastes delicious.
Tastes
but
incredible. Why are the best things in life bad?
Also, barbecuing is it's sweaty, bro. It's exhausting.
hell yeah, bro!
I gotta put in the work.
Like 30 minutes of that's like a 3-hour workout, bro.
You just standing over that fire cooking yourself.
Hey, you should get a griddle and just put that over it and just make everything on a griddle.
Griddles
Make
are
breakfast. Oh my god.
Speaking of barbecue, do you guys follow Barbecue Jake?
solid. No.
Have you heard of Barbecue Jake?
No.
I'm gonna show you this guy afterwards. Okay, he's the 13-year-old who's 50 or the 50-year-old who's 13. However you want to look at it. But this guy, he has like the most soothing demeanor.
Okay.
And he just makes fire ass barbecue food, and no one knows how old he is because you just can't tell.
Can't tell.
That's
That's
amazing.
kind of awesome.
So hold on,
That's kinda
so
awesome.
you can either be 13 or 53. You said
Yeah,
You'll
he just,
see.
He just looks old or young.
You'll see.
that is crazy. I didn't see this.
But
now.
he's
I'm
like
intrigued.
super humble, dude. Like he's just awesome. Like I love his content because he's always like, all right, today we're gonna make some burgers. I got my meat.
Slow and
We're gonna
low.
throw some seasoning on that. He's like so
Nice.
cool. He's just
Yeah.
so smooth with it, man.
Yeah, he's not in a rush, right?
Yeah, he's just
there to hang out.
You can't be in a rush if you're barbecuing anyway.
And that's the type of content because all content is like very like
Yes.
stimulus overload, and then you get to his shit and he's like, "We're gonna take it easy for a
Therapy.
second, you know, just stay right here."
Before I do my weekend catch up, I will tell you that one of the things when I want to go to sleep and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of amped up, I found a bunch of camping videos where it's just one dude and he's like, I'm gonna go camp for 12 hours, and it's just him like setting up camp quietly, and then it rains a little bit, and then he sits there and he like eats his fucking like he cooks, he gets this little stove out, and he lays down like reads a book, and then like it's nighttime. Then it's the day, and he's got to pack up, and then he hikes out. It's the most boring shit ever. I love it. Right? It's like fucking NyQuil, my guy. It is so good. It's the most chill shit just to watch. Anyway.
Well, a real quick intermission or segue into that is we did some cooking out as well. We just did firewood. We did open fire pit barbecue. And if you want to talk about white folks barbecue, it was brats and corn.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
So
brats,
there you go.
Just
Brats
like
and
stick it on a stick and put it right in the fire?
Yeah,
Let it go.
Just get some foil, and basically we built a fire. They give you a starter log, but it is real firewood, which is cool. So it's not treated or anything like that. It's just dried out. And then we made a little pit. Started up the fire, and then just took some foil and some brats, put it on the grill with the corn, and just did it all together.
S'mores for dessert.
What was that?
S'mores for dessert.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
S'mores for dessert. Yeah,
And
kept the fire
that's
going.
the fucking dream.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
I saw on somebody made s'mores, but instead of crackers, they use croissants, and I want to try that.
Can we make a Normies video of doing that?
Bruh,
Yes, we can.
I want to try it.
Oh, I got a portable fire pit. I'll bring to work.
Man, you guys are talking about
yeah.
croissants, man. I was in Detroit like 2 weeks ago. We went to this bakery,
croissant.
and bro, I had some of the pastries and I don't like that type of shit.
You don't like pastries? Why are they too foo-foo for you?
But proper pastries.
No, I'm talking. But that's what I'm saying. This was made by like she's a chef. Like she knows what she's doing. She made this pistachio something, bro. I even know, and it was like looked like burfy, but it's not a burfy.
Yeah,
I ate that shit. It was so good. And she had this croissant with pistachio in it, with chocolate in it, bro.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
After this, I have to do my weekend catch-up, but I have a video.
And then she, oh man, fresh bread.
Why is your stick here?
I don't know, but also fresh bread just tastes different. I don't know,
Yes.
something about
Facts.
fresh bread. Like when you get fresh bread from a bakery,
Yeah, you like water too? You just go. I mean, bro, that's everyone knows, man. I feel
bread.
like this is why we need to take you to places to do shit. You be like, oh, bro, have y'all had bread, freshly made bread? We're like, bro, we've been trying to tell you. Yes.
I've been buying day olds forever.
I still have never been able to catch the kolache factory open.
All right, hold on.
Really?
Here we go.
I've never been there.
It's pretty solid.
I've heard all about them, but
Let me know if you guys can hear this.
Papa, can you go and buy me a croissant?
Un quoi?
A croissant.
Non mais ça va pas, non, t'as vu comment tu parles? Un croissant.
Croissant?
a croissant,
Her face.
Un croissant.
a croissant.
Hey, don't fuck with the
Croissant.
French. Don't fuck with them about the croissant. Say croissant.
Yeah, I've heard France is the only place where if you try to speak their language, you better be like perfect
Oh, yeah.
at it.
They would
Like,
rather
bro.
you speak English.
Croissant.
There was a girl.
But then I've heard if you speak English, they're like, sorry, monsieur. No.
There's a girl who I was friends with, and I remember she was like, she's a French girl, and she just moved to Indy, and she was like, oh yeah, yada yada, and I was like, yeah, you guys just elected Macron, right? And she goes, no, we elected Macron. She's like, Macron is a cookie. We elected Macron, and I was like, damn, this is my first interaction with a French person. You did not let me down. This is exactly what the fuck I expected. All right, so weekend catch up, man. I had a rough one. I took. So Friday, or what do we do? Saturday, I just spent all day kind of getting ready to take Marquetta up to Chicago. Sunday, we did like a bunch of little date stuff. We went to go see a movie, went to go see Asteroid City.
How was it?
Super good.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Wes
Also,
Anderson's
probably one of Wes Anderson's weirdest ones, but I
wow.
definitely enjoyed it.
A Wes Anderson joint.
Yeah, and it's shit's A1 if you want to go see a good movie that's not in a cinematic universe or anything, just go watch it.
Bright pastel-y color palette.
Yes. Very centered, very good. Also, one of the main characters is a photographer, and so I'm into that. So we did that. We went to on Monday I took her up to Chicago to catch her flight. We left at 8 a.m. We hit the ancient baths. We did like a whole like spa day, which was super nice.
Where are the ancient baths?
They're in Chicago. It's called like AIRE Spa, and it's under. So the building's up top, but then under the building is just baths. Like there's different pools. There's a pool filled with salt. There's hot ones, cold ones, jacuzzi ones.
Oh shit.
There's this little thing you can kind of like almost swim around. There's all these aromatherapy rooms, and then there's massages there. It was super fucking nice. We enjoyed that, and then we got some soup dumplings, and then I just drove her up to the airport. We walked around a bit, and that was fun. And then after she left, I drove home. I hung out at Spencer's for a little bit, and then I did 4th of July, which was super fun. I went out with my family, and then I went out to Highland Park. Here's the thing. anyone from Indy and anyone who can relate to this, we used to go to Highland Park all the time to see the fireworks. Mm-hmm. They changed the location from where they launched the fireworks.
Yeah.
So Highland Park is now trash. Because they used to do it off the Regent's Tower, and you had like front row seats. It was great, but there's too many new houses around Regent's Towers to do it anymore.
Okay.
So they moved it to over by the Scottish Rite Cathedral.
Okay.
Which is good, but
That's a bunch of bullshit.
it means that next year, like I saw a bunch of my friends that were in the like right in front of the library with all the monuments and shit. You can see it really good from there. So next year, I'm gonna have to switch up locations. But yeah,
The
Highland Park's
American
about to be-
Legion Mall.
There it is.
Honestly, dude, where Spidey and Bria live,
Yeah.
they have a dope ass view.
Yeah, they have a great view.
And their little street, like, they do their own fireworks on the canal too. So they got like,
Oh, nice.
they got like
Double.
A double.
They also
double
have a
feature.
balcony, but it probably has a weight limit.
They got a
Yeah.
double feature. Oh yeah, I would. Yeah. I'll get on
How
that.
many normies can fit on Bria and Josh's patio?
So it's the last time me and Marquette were apart for this long, I went to Cuba, and I was in Cuba doing fun shit, and I was like, oh, this sucks, but it's not that bad. Now I'm just at home talking to the cat every day. We've had a lot of really in-depth conversations.
Does he like look back at you while you talk to him?
He looks at me and then he's like, oh, you're talking? And he just goes back to licking his ass. And I'm like, I'm just going to keep talking, bro. That's fine. You do your thing. It's all good.
I talk to Turley sometimes
Yeah?
when Chelsea's not home and he's sitting next to me on the couch and I'm like playing video games. I'll talk to him.
Oh, yeah?
You know, why not? He's just hanging out.
Yeah.
I did like the first couple of days quiet, and now I'm just like, I have to talk. Just walking around the house talking. I'm like, if my neighbors can hear me, they know I'm crazy.
Oh yeah, I talk all day, every day to Chester.
Just keep it going.
He's a good dude, Chester.
Conversations with myself.
So, Threads. Have you guys heard of this? All right, so Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are pretending to like they're gonna fight each other. Which
Oh,
would
are
be
they actually
great.
going to get in the cage?
They're not, but that would be nice. But what Zuckerberg did do is he's making a Twitter rival called Threads.
I think it's live now.
No, it is. I'm on Threads. You guys should follow me on Threads. New Sense 88.
Oh yeah, Twitter's dead, dude. Twitter's dying.
Yeah, we're gonna
so
see. But here's the thing. What do you? Because I want to get you guys' opinion on it. All right, so they had Instagram, right? And then they were like, Instagram is Instagram, and then they're like, oh, Snapchat's doing well, and Instagram was like, we got stories now. It's kind of like Snapchat, and they were like, oh, that's stupid. But now everyone's using the fucking stories.
Does stories disappear like Snapchat content?
Yeah, like if you post a story on Instagram, after like a day, it's gone.
Okay.
So then they were like, all right, now we're doing TikTok. It's called Reels, and everyone's like, well, that's dumb. And here's Reels just still around.
Well,
So like, if they're
YouTube
coming
Shorts?
for Twitter, they might be able to do it.
But okay, so here's the thing though. Besides Microsoft, when was the last time we had a thing where it was like, hey, you guys are becoming a monopoly. We got to break this shit up. Because
Technically, Microsoft's not a monopoly. There's
but they were
about to be.
They were
they're about to
at
be.
one point, and they didn't let them be. But now it's
Right.
just like the Wild West again.
Well,
Like,
here's the
we're
thing:
like-
can you have a monopoly over all the just because Instagram has a piece of every social
Okay,
media
I
doesn't make it a monopoly?
I guess they are. Yeah, I guess they are still. There's
Because they're
there's
separate,
competition.
yeah.
Well,
But-
also, yeah.
Did you hear the recent thing Twitter did?
no.
They so apparently data scraping. I don't know what that is,
Yeah.
but it's a big problem on Twitter.
Okay.
So they limited how many posts you
can look at a
You can
day.
look at. So like people with the blue check mark or people that
Verified individuals.
they can look at 6,000 posts a day. Everyone else can look at like a few hundred, like 500 to 600,
Yeah.
right?
Just because you
And,
pay them.
and it's not the post that you're looking at.
It's the post that are loaded.
It's anything that you scroll past.
right.
So somebody timed it, and it's like seconds. It's like minutes for
Yeah.
people. So for people that are in the hundreds, so it's like they
Right.
they basically.
Do they just not want you on Twitter?
Yeah, that's not a smart business strategy.
honestly, do you think? Okay, Elon's already devalued his investment by like 50%.
Oh, yeah.
he's like 20 billion in the hole, right?
Yeah.
sure.
Now,
If not
I wonder if tanking Twitter on purpose has some kind of like insurance or tax ramifications, because this
Not
man-
when you're why
this-
everyone's watching you do it in real
But
time.
corruption is in our face now. It doesn't matter anymore.
Mickey's right about that. Corruption is in our face.
Corruption
now.
is in our face. It doesn't matter.
It
They
doesn't
know.
matter.
They know.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like this motherfucker's purposely trying to kill Twitter.
I think you might be right.
I think he's purposely
I
trying
think so.
to kill Twitter.
I think he's trying to make it go so you could go file for bankruptcy for it.
Yep.
That way you could get out of all the like legal things that he's stuck with it.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
I think he actually wants Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, not Mark. Is it Mark or Zach?
But here's the thing:
Mark
I don't think it would.
No, Elon for Twitter.
I don't think that they would declare bankruptcy. I think that somebody would swoop in and buy it before
For dirt
that
cheap.
would happen. Yeah.
Hey.
but that's what makes me question the investment, right? Because it was an outrageously expensive
It was
deal.
like
Yes.
$45 billion.
So 50 billion, yeah, whatever it
Dude,
was. And
the old boy, they got to be caking in Bali or whatever they're in right
so
now.
I have a
They
different
must be
theory.
like, holy shit, I'm so like that's over. That part of my life's over, and I'm a billionaire.
well, I have a different theory. And
Yeah.
he did hire a new CEO, so he's not CEO anymore. And the CEO now came from a background, I think, of some kind of, basically paid service background.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what he's trying to incentivize is for everybody to get the blue check mark.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do that, that's also pretty lame because it also, in and of itself, devalues
The blue check mark.
Yeah.
But it's a paid model. So if he can, say that, well, in the last X many quarters or years, we went from no paid subscribers to now 50% or
Right.
more of my consumer base is a paid
The paid subscribers went out by 1,000% because we didn't have any before.
Exactly. They see what I mean? It's
Yeah.
all a numbers game at this point.
You know what? I think here's what my take is this for the Elon thing is that I think that because a person is a billionaire that we think that they're fucking geniuses. And
Well,
I
they're
think
valued
that
at that.
They're
They don't
watching
have-
this motherfucker spend $50 billion and then shit his pants in front of everybody,
God,
people are
everybody.
like, he has to be doing something ingenious, right? And you know what I mean? It's like if Einstein walked in and shit on the floor, you'd be like, okay, but why? And you know what I mean? And I feel like it's one of those things that's happening where it's much more like, what if he's just kind of dumb?
Yeah, that's likely.
Because that might be also likely.
That's
not writing that
likely
off.
what it is. Because every one of his successes is not true. He didn't.
Right.
What do you mean?
He didn't create anything.
Well,
He
and
He bought into
He
stuff.
bought into it, but he put
Right.
right people into it for it to make it be successful.
Sure.
yeah,
Cool.
but that's
And
still
he-
not him doing.
And that
it.
and now he's
but
like
he had a part
He
in
didn't
it.
do it.
he did, but think about this though. It's like
He hasn't done anything.
it's like the Kanye West shit. This is why I think him and Kanye click a lot. Because if you think about it, like when Kanye was coming up, people were like, Kanye, you can't do this, right? Like you're not going to be good at this. And then he did it, and then he was good at it, right? For music, he did the same for fashion, and it kept going, right? And Elon is like, all right, cool. I bought into this, and then I put the right people in place. I know a little bit more now. I bought into this, and then I put the right. I know a little bit more now, until the point where he's like, I can do anything. Like in his head, he's thinking, I'm the shit.
I get
and
you
then he
what you're
tries to do something by himself, and he's like, I'm not the shit. You also see a lot of this happen with like a lot of YouTubers who are like,
Or
bro,
athletes.
I'm funny as fuck on the internet. I'm gonna have a TV show, and then it's like it's not the same.
yeah, I can think of one in particular. I
Yeah.
know exactly what you're talking about.
And so like I think that is what is happening to him. He's just like, bro, I've been on this hot streak for fucking 20 years. I'm a billionaire. I can buy Twitter and fix that. I know how to fucking fix that shit. And then he shit the bed.
Right.
So I'm not trying to be Elon Musk stand here, but when he first bought Twitter, everyone was like, "Why is he doing this?" and all that stuff. And I also read an article was like, "This is actually because he bought before he bought Twitter, he bought a company called Neuralink, and then
He still owns it, right?
yeah, he still owns Neuralink.
Yeah.
And Neuralink is when you talked about data scrapping. That's why I was kind of shocked that he limited to that because with Twitter.
Well, he's just using it as an excuse.
Right.
Because with Twitter, since Twitter has so much data and so much people use it, all that data, he could put that because he owns that data.
Yeah.
Intrinsically, that's the value.
That's
of
the
the
value,
company.
yeah. So the data is really the value for him to put it into Neuralink, which is his next big thing. So I think he's playing 4D chess. He doesn't really give a fuck about Twitter. He just cares about the data.
Well, let me
And-
ask you this real quick about
and whatever Neuralink is going to be.
Well, hold on, because my thing is this is all right. So fair enough on all that, and that might actually be the case. Would you trust putting an Elon Musk product in your brain?
No.
Hell no.
I mean,
Because I'm watching him shit the bed regardless. I'm watching how he talks and
but
how he acts.
it's a
I'm supposed
method to his madness. Albert Einstein, everyone thought he was a motherfucking fool for a while.
So you'd put it in your brain?
Yeah.
All right.
If I was
All right,
in,
Pat, you're gonna be the guinea pig. I do. Sorry.
I was just say if I was in a tragic accident and I lost mobility of limbs or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
if it was like a last resort.
Not if you're
thing.
like, you can plug this in and then you can think about what TV you want to watch and the channel changes for
No,
you.
fuck all that.
So I could agree with Pat, but not. When you have this much money, you like he is probably playing chess right now. This whole Twitter thing could just be a distraction. Let's just
Misdirection.
misdirection. While because he's involved in far more important shit. He's involved in like space shit. You know, like like billionaires know stuff that we don't.
True.
You know, like
It's very true.
billionaires probably have like an exact. This is my nihilism speaking, but billionaires probably know how much time we got left here.
Probably.
You know what I mean? So they're fucking making moves. So yeah, this whole thing could just be. I'm sorry, tinfoil hat, but
No, I kind of agree with that.
yeah.
It would be awful because they have all the resources to fix it.
Well-
Like I'd rather be rich on Mars.
It's like the Vikings. They just wanted to be buried with their treasure.
Yep.
Oh God.
I mean, not all billionaires though, because most of them are giving them like after they die, they give it like to charities.
They
and
give
stuff.
it to mostly their
Do they?
family.
or the family, but they're not burying it with them. They're giving it to his family.
The Gates family
Yeah,
gave
no,
away a lot
it's
of money.
but that's
They
what
did.
it is. We're still keeping it in the bloodline. It's generational
Oh,
wealth.
I thought it
Correct.
was literal. He's actually burying.
No,
that
no,
shit
no,
with
no.
him.
Well, no, Vikings literally did.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Vikings
okay.
literally did.
Mickey's being hyperbolic to us, sir. All right. So this one's gonna be short, but they're throwing shit at people. Someone threw their mother's ashes at Pink.
What?
Pink was
That-
performing, and someone threw their mother's ashes on stage.
What the hell?
I'm suing that person.
Well, Pink was like, "Are these your mother's ashes? I don't know how to feel about this."
But was it like in support? Because Pink is a pretty motivational pop star.
Yeah.
She usually has a pretty positive message behind her music. So maybe somebody was just trying to say like
My mom was your biggest fan.
Yeah.
or something like that, or like you helped me get over the loss. Maybe that was their abstract way of saying that,
Fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's
Still-
weird. Yeah.
Still don't throw your dead relatives.
Yeah.
at
Don't
me.
do that.
Let's see. Well, who else?
What did she do after? What was her reaction?
She was just confused, and then the video stopped, so I haven't seen it. There's also there was another lady, I forget what her name was. She got hit with a cell phone, and she had to get stitches.
Yeah, I saw that. I can't remember who it was either, but she got hit right in the fucking eye.
Yeah.
Just like bam.
Why would
Adele was
someone throw a
performing,
cell phone?
and she was like, "If one of you motherfuckers throw something, I will kill you."
She actually said that.
Yeah, Adele was like, "I'll kill you." Like, I'll.
Yeah, dude. It was. Oh yeah, she went off right
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of wild. People used to throw like panties and bras and shit on stage. Someone threw a dildo at Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty funny actually, but not appropriate.
Let's
but
let's cut that out.
yeah.
Oh, also,
don't throw things at people.
you remember the whole news thing where he put a gem in his head? And
Yeah.
it was supposedly like
That's not Lil Nas X. That's Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A gym?
I do not know that.
Yeah, he has
Remember
a gem in his forehead.
He put a jewel. He put a pink diamond in his forehead.
Like a piercing. You know how like are you talking
No,
about like people pierce their
no,
cheeks
like
and
he
stuff?
literally implanted.
Yeah, implanted. Yeah,
he
okay,
implanted.
yeah.
And the whole story was like it's worth like 20 million or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. You guys follow Tracks NYC?
No.
No, dude.
God, man, you gotta, I gotta put you on to some stuff. Tracks NYC, he owns a jewelry shop in New York, but this dude is like honest to, like he makes content just calling out the jewelry industry and like teaching people how to do it right. Like if you have gold and silver, he'll teach you how to like properly.
I've seen a
sell
guy
it.
who does he tells you if the gold's fake or not.
Yeah, so he made a video on Lil Uzi Vert, pretty much just like it wasn't. It's an expensive thing, but it wasn't what they were saying. Like,
I see.
ain't no way he spent 20 million and put it in his forehead.
Yeah, why are you putting 20 million in your forehead? That's a mark on your head. Someone's gonna kill you.
Yeah, well, he took it out now.
Okay.
Yeah.
so-
Okay,
But
well,
he did it at one
can you imagine though if you were kidnapped and somebody was just like, I'm taking that.
Right? And you're like, it screws out. And they're like, I know, but I'm going to yank it, obviously, because I'm a kidnapper.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
All right. So welcome to the Advice Corner, where we answer advice. I got a couple that I want to ask. We're not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to do some.
what the advice is.
So I want to get you guys' opinions on this. I went to the internet.
Okay.
I went deep for this.
Is
shit.
this from our audience or just like?
No, because our audience hasn't submitted anything yet. So.
Damn.
So real quick before we start, sorry. So
Yeah.
there's only 3 people that got hit with stuff on the concert.
No, oh no, Harry Styles has had a bunch of shit thrown at him.
Oh, yeah, he's had a
we
water
just didn't go
bottle
anymore.
thrown at
There's
him.
more. There's just
So
people
is
throwing.
this like a movement happening or?
It's becoming a little bit of a small trend. It's happening now, but also.
If I was one of those celebrities, I know it would make me look bad because I'm a celebrity, but I would sue the fuck out of those people. I would press charges.
You can press charges suing them.
I would make an example. And I don't give a fuck. Like
It would probably be your label who would sue them. if I
But
imagine.
not even that. Why would the label sue somebody poor? They ain't got no money. They ain't got what you gonna get out of
I
it?
mean, that's why you say make an example.
I don't want anything from them, but you're not doing that to me. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and I don't care if people are gonna be like, oh, this rich guy just taking it. Nope,
Yeah.
I'm
No.
gonna.
If someone throws shit at
I'm
you, you're
going
allowed to throw.
I'm gonna dedicate my mental focus in the next month of my life to fucking ruin you. I will. Don't throw shit at me.
You could take them to civic court for
Yeah.
sure, very easily.
All right, men. How do you feel when women call you gorgeous or beautiful? Is that weird?
No, that's fine.
No?
That's fine with me.
Yeah, nothing
See?
weird about that.
That was an easy one.
That's very straightforward right there,
I wish
Chris.
it happened more often.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, yeah.
Men never get compliments.
No, we get called handsome occasionally.
Yeah,
But men do deserve that. That's why men have to compliment each other. You ever see when you go out with women and they're like, "Oh my God, girl, I love your blouse. So you looking so good." Women can do that to each other. Men can't do that to each other. We should.
Yeah, I was talking about Mickey's shirt. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I gave him a compliment earlier.
Thanks, man.
Pat, you know what?
Chris,
Your
you don't give
beard
me
hair-
compliments. You don't ever give me. You always give me C's or D's.
No, you've got a solid outfit today.
You do.
Yeah.
You look very
And the
nice.
only thing I said last time was that you need to lotion up them feet because I love you. And I'm trying to make sure you go out into the world looking good, my guy.
Everybody needs a little lotion.
I need to go to a.
You need a pedicure?
Yeah, man.
That's
Tell
right.
me,
He
bro.
told me I need one too.
My shit is. I just don't want any. I feel bad for the person that has to work on my foot, dude.
Just go get a mani-pedi. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't feel bad for them. That's their job. Their job is to touch your ugly hobbit feet.
It feels vulnerable.
You just have to be honest with them. If you want them to do a thing, you just got to ask them to do it.
Look,
All right.
my feet are fucked.
Here's some honest actual advice. All right. I can't get a single date. Why is it so hard even after figuring out everything in life? Let me read. People here talk about casually dating multiple people all the time. How the hell is this happening and so easy for everyone? I'm a 24-year-old dude, never had a woman interested in me, never kissed a girl in my life. Why is it impossible for me to get a single date? Where do I meet women who are willing to go out on a date? No matches on the apps, not any female connections through friends as I'm new to the city, no women interested in me at bars / clubs, even when drunk. No luck in meetups or social events. I'm not socially awkward. I never have issues making male friends. I earn good money. I have a stable career, stable life, network of smart people, workplaces, and mostly males. Oh, mostly males in this workplace. I have everything in life I've ever wanted except a girlfriend. What the hell am I doing? I'm dying to get some love.
I don't know, man. There's probably some anxiety there for sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of it may be that you just got to be out more.
Oh, this guy.
Well,
his
what
other
he
thing,
said,
he
he
also
says he
says,
isn't.
"I'm unlovable and gonna die alone." Yeah, but you got some shit going on. But we're gonna give you. So we're gonna give you some actual advice instead of trying to diagnose whatever the fuck's going on.
Maybe first off, on your dating apps, you probably need to redo your dating app a little bit. Tweak some things because if it's not working, you got to change things. I was tweak some shit. So maybe lie about your height.
Don't do that.
No, I'm just joking.
Do not do that.
Get some new pictures.
I have some advice, but go ahead.
Go
Mickey.
ahead. No, you
Okay,
go
all right.
first. You go first.
So I'm going to say stop trying as much as you are. I would say to go as far as even to say, get rid of the apps.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're overstretching a little bit. I mean,
Maybe.
and kudos to you for going out of your way and kind of checking the boxes, right? But that's not really the idea. And I think that maybe in and of itself is kind of the way that you're approaching it might be the problem. And so I feel like if you, and I mean this politely, do less, then I think it would probably come a little bit easier. Also, the minute you stop caring about something is usually the minute that other people become interested in you or whatever that is.
My advice is similar to that. One, just because you have a good job and stable and all that, none of those things qualify you to be able to, you know what I mean? You think that you need all that shit to be like, I'm gonna start dating. But in his other post, he was saying he lacks charisma and he doesn't know how to flirt. Here's what you don't have, based off of the things that I read. You don't have any female friends. You actually need women friends, because they're going to teach you things. Friends, strictly platonic. And this doesn't mean, I'm saying even, go out and get you some hot girlfriends and some regular looking girlfriends. Go get you some girls that are friends. Yeah. In fact, maybe even pick up hobbies. He said he works in a mostly male space. So pick up hobbies that women do.
Yeah.
Yoga.
I mean, crocheting. Fucking go take some baking classes. Dead serious.
Painting.
While you worried about trying to find someone like this, go get some women friends first, and then I guarantee you'll start learning shit that you had no idea about. And then you'll also be like, oh, I can talk to women. They're just like people. If you're good at making male friends, you should be good at making female friends, which means you should be good at fucking being able to talk to women. It's not a game. You just fucking talk to them.
Well, thought also, maybe not a bar, maybe a winery. Maybe just go to a winery
Cidery.
to learn about
little,
wine.
little
Stuff
fancy.
like that.
My advice is, okay, so let's think about it. He's 24.
Yeah.
And he's saying he's never even kissed a girl.
Yeah.
So there ain't no way that...
What happened in college?
Hey, can I finish? So there ain't no way that when you're near a female that you're not anxious. There's just no way. You know, because that's got to be such a big thought in your head. You're like, I want
Sure.
this, I need this to happen, I want this to happen, I need this, and
Sure.
that's what's causing your problem. So my advice would actually be therapy. Like go to therapy.
You got money.
Figure yourself
Yeah,
out.
that's a good
because
recommendation.
There's definitely anxiety there.
Yeah.
I think what Dameron said, like get rid of the apps.
Yeah, do all that, man.
Yeah, go do stuff around your city purely for wanting to do it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Not to go meet people.
Exactly.
Do something you want to go do.
Right.
All right. I've started improv lately, and
Yeah.
it is a little cringe sometimes, but I've met some really fun people. I'm making new friends, and it's great. You just got to go.
Comedy sports? What is it?
Yeah, of
Comedy
course.
Is it
Yeah.
comedy sports? Cool.
You
Nice.
got to just go. Yeah, you guys can come
And-
see me this Sunday. I'm gonna captain.
Oh, nice.
You a
Actually,
captain?
I do think
Good
I'm
shit.
free this Sunday. He's talking about being a well-rounded person. He's like, I got friends, I got the job, but like,
You think you are?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You, no offense, you're a young man. You're 24. You think
Still
that
pretty
you
young.
have these things, but like, I don't know, like, go out into fucking nature. Go do some other shit because like. You might think that you're well-rounded and that you need a girlfriend or something like that to like help complete the rest of that, but like just whatever you think you want, like figure out the extra bit of stuff too, because like yes, being accomplished in your field is good and having money is good, but there's other things
But
too.
here's the thing.
And it might help you pick up some charisma.
If you
or
approach-
Riz.
Yeah, if you approach every single female with the intention of like, okay, I want this conversation to go well,
Right.
so she'll like me, and then maybe I can ask her out, and then maybe we'll date, and then maybe we'll have sex.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
your end goal is you want to fuck this girl, and guess what? She can recognize that. In
Yep,
your
facts.
speech, she can recognize that in your speech pattern, in your body language, and
Facts.
that's stranger danger.
Right?
Yeah.
So
No, but
you gotta just go to a strip club, get some titties in your face. And then
Bro, you gotta work it off.
Get it,
Yeah.
get some of that shit out of your system,
Exactly.
and then go talk to a female with the intention of making friends with her.
Yeah.
I think Dameron's more on the money. Yeah,
I mean-
just don't give a fuck about it because, like,
Right.
it'll more likely happen. And then, like, you
Yeah.
also gotta be open to it because, like, most of the time, they're there and you just don't want it. So
Yeah. Go to a rock climbing gym. Go to a winery.
Yeah.
Ride, a bike everywhere for a while. I don't know.
Make
There's things you
friends
can do
with women's.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
We solved it. This guy, watch where I'm gonna check. Hold on, I'm gonna
what's
make sure.
his Reddit?
We're not gonna call him out on. Well, you know what? We can't call it. His Reddit name is Elon_Fusk.
Okay,
is that Elon's cousin?
Elon Musk,
Probably.
That's pretty good.
So I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna come back to it, and
That's
we're
pretty
gonna
good.
see if this guy.
He's probably working at Twitter right now. That's
Has
probably
it
that's
together.
what's happening.
Hey,
So, movie club. Dameron, I need you to don your adornments.
that's right.
What happened?
So, guys,
Oh,
Dameron has seen the
I've
movie,
seen
but
it.
he didn't watch the movie.
Not
Well,
recently.
how long ago did you watch this movie?
Wait, like damn near when it came out.
Oh, 2000.
Hey,
It was like
so you're a
mid
chibi.
2000s.
You're a
Wow.
chibi.
So,
Wow.
Damn, you're cultured, my dude. Good shit.
Thanks, buddy.
City of God
I hope
is
this looks
a
ridiculous.
2002 epic crime film released in Brazil, and then it got its little worldwide. I'm trying to get like a general small plot synopsis because apparently it's based on a true story, which I keep forgetting
real?
about. You got to get to the very end of the movie where it says based on a true story.
See, I knew that.
What's the guy? Do you know this photographer? You're a photographer.
Yeah. Do you know?
Talk
no,
about
actually, I
Will-
don't. I'm
William.
gonna buy his book.
William G or something.
I'm gonna buy his I'm sure he's got a photography book out. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about the movie. We're gonna talk about the reasons whys and all that. But yeah, what did you guys think?
It was a good movie. When it first started off, I was kind of like not into it because you got to read the things, so I'm always subtitles. I start getting distracted. But what got me into it is how it's this like how old is this movie? 2002.
2002.
Like there are movies now that are doing this way, but this one for 2002, how it told the story, like like starting from like different time periods and then still weaving through it. How they told the story for 2002 was great. Like it was just not your same format, beginning, middle, end. It was just that was cool how they did it. So that got me into it, and then really what got me into is those because these were just kids that were just being hoodlums. Like they're like in the one thing like the trios. The trio were probably like preteens. They're not even like even 18. So just thinking about my situation when I was my age and their age and what they're doing and what I was doing,
Sure.
like the mischief that I wanted to get to at my age and the mischief that they want to get to in their age was like two different things.
Oh yeah.
So it was definitely cool to watch, like how they thought what was fun and what I thought was fun and stupid when I was young. So I don't know. It was a really good movie. didn't like what's his face.
We'll get to it in a second.
Okay.
What about you, Mix?
Yeah, I loved it. I think some of the best cinematography I've seen.
It is shot crazy good.
It's
it really
so well shot.
The lighting and everything.
It felt like The Wire Rio de Janeiro. Like it was very I like that format of storytelling. It was kind of like I don't know if I can compare it to anything else. I was gonna say Crash, where it's like a bunch of like intersecting storylines, but it's like those are separate storylines that meet up. But this was like a continuous.
Right.
This was more like a epic, like a Odyssey kind of thing, where like the central figure is Rocket, but it's never really about him. Like he's
just telling us. It's about the city.
Yeah,
He's the point of view
He's not
character.
really even in the movie that much. Like he's in there, but it was definitely one of the more unique movies I've seen, and it's very, it was just good. Honestly, some of those sequences felt like a little too real.
Like, a lot of when he shoots that kid in the foot.
Yeah, and that kid is crying.
I'm like, why does this feel like y'all shot a kid? This kid's not acting, right?
I'm like, is that kid that good of an actor, or did they make him cry? Or like, what? Even in the beginning of the sequence where the chicken is running under the car and he barely.
Yes. You had to shoot that multiple times with multiple chickens,
that's what
right?
I'm saying. I'm like,
this is 2002. They don't have chicken technology.
Was the intention for that chicken to get saved, or were they like, let the chicken get run over, but like he ended up not dying? They were like, oh yeah, that looks cool too.
Like that chicken swerved a tire.
Ain't no way, dude. Like some of those sequences probably would fly today with I guess the movie could have been made in Brazil, because here,
it was.
Here, I don't
exactly.
Think,
that's what I was going to say. They probably don't have the same laws.
Yeah, I don't think some of that shit could have flied here,
at least at the time.
But it had an impact of the movie. It wasn't just like violence for the sake of violence. It all had a point. Yeah.
Dameron, what's your recollection?
So yeah, I do remember that it was violent. And I think, to your point, it's not violence for violence sake. You feel the violence. It's like some movies you become very desensitized to it because it's like stylized or it's just constant.
Yeah.
And this movie, you felt it. It mattered. You felt that sense of danger. And I remember watching this. I think I had to have been a teenager. And I just was like, it was like, especially when they were kids, it kind of fucked with me.
Yeah,
because I wasn't that much older than them, and I was like watching this, and to Pat's point, like the shit they were getting into at that age, and I was like a teenager, and I thought, oh, I know the world, I figured stuff out, and then I see this, and I think it was a big reality check for me. That like not all teenagers grew up the way I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that sounds naive, but at the same time, teenagers don't know shit. No offense to teens, anybody listening, watching this.
It's
no
okay
offense
not to know shit as a teen.
It's okay.
You are expected.
You think you do.
We're old and we still really don't know shit.
Yeah.
So it's a slow grind.
That's
but,
the craziest part about getting older into like an adult age and realizing, oh, no one knows anything.
Right.
You're all just fucking
doing our
winging it,
best.
All
right?
the adults I trusted in my life, and I was like, yeah, they're very put together and have their life straight. Like, nah.
No.
Did they film this movie over a number of years? Because the older kids look exactly like the younger kids.
No, I think
especially Benny. Like, that's the same kid.
I think there was a lot of brothers in it, so I think maybe if anything, they just probably they probably look for actors who had like
casting is insane.
You got a couple of younger brothers.
The casting was crazy.
Yeah. It is great. It's almost shot like a Michael Mann movie. It's probably not him. I don't think he directed this, but Michael Mann is known for making films with natural light. And I just remember thinking, like, watching this, again, reiterating what you guys were saying, never really saw a movie with cinematography quite like it prior to watching.
The whole entire movie's natural light, but I think that's also because like they shot it in Brazil. They shot it was a $3 million movie, which I think still in 2002 is considered like a low budget film. Even I don't know about in Brazil, but it grossed 30 million, which means that they got their money back tenfold. But like all of it was just shot practically, and I think that's what makes it feel like. At times you're like, am I watching a movie or am I? Because even with like the shaky kind of camera and shit, it's like, it gets it's super, super, super well done. And so now we're gonna talk about the characters. I have a favorite character, but it's for obvious dumb reasons.
Yeah, I already know your favorite character. When I saw, I was like, that's Chris.
Yeah, man. Caught up in the middle. I wanted to say too though. While we're watching crime movies, I just want to put this little bug in your ear. All the crime movies is because they broke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Like literally you're watching this and there's not a moment where you're like, oh, where are the parents? The parents are probably working 24/7 and ain't getting shit. Their town got electricity and they were hyped about it.
Right.
And that's why when I hear news about like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk might fight, it's that boils my blood. Like I will not participate.
Because this shit ain't nothing new.
Our society's a fucking circus now. It's insane, dude.
That's true.
And like the things that are keeping these kids in Brazil poor is the same shit that like is happening here now and was happening then. And it's just watching it. There's never a moment in my head when I'm watching it and I'm like, but why? Because I already know why. Like they don't have money, so they started stealing shit, and then it's escalation, right? Just like with the growth of gangs. Gangs were originally started when black folks in America couldn't get into the Boy Scouts. They're like, well, we got our own cool neighborhood gangs, and we look out for each other in the neighborhood. And then it was like, oh, well, we could sell a little bit of shit, and then fast forward, it's just escalation because that shit happens. You get that in here where the kids are like the Tinder trio. They're out here and they're robbing and they're stealing gas and they're getting a little bit of money. And they're like, oh, this is fun, but like we don't kill anybody. We don't hurt anybody. And then Lil D at the time, well, it's Lil Z, but Lil D at the time, he's like, everybody's getting to have fun. He's like, I'm kind of wild. And he's like, and I know that I can snatch up power. He wanted the gun. He's like, I can have power with this. And then he goes through that fucking sex motel and murks everybody. And he's like, this is
about
great.
it. I was like, damn, that was a serial killer.
Eventually, a psychopath is going to crop up in those circumstances, and just like, but then the parallel. Well, hang on, what was it? Okay, two things. One thing the movie does really good is like the whole time they're like, why don't you guys just get a job instead? Just like go get a job, be cool, be normal. But then the movie waits till like you're more than halfway through to show what that looks like. And he's like, and they called it a sucker's life. So it's like, the only jobs available at this point are going to pay you enough to keep yourself alive so you can keep working.
That's it.
Exactly.
Like you can't save money. You can't get ahead. You can't do any of that. And then the second thing I wanted to say is like, it is crazy like how psychopathic Lil Z is, but then that's kind of what kept the peace for a while. Like he like because he killed because he killed everybody,
right?
Crime went away.
Well, also he showed respect.
Huh?
He also showed respect. Like he said, no robbing in this area, none of that stuff. So
without his permission.
So other people didn't. That creates a safe environment.
But I'm saying he killed everybody to do that. Like he took over, and That's
why I knew he was going to be Pat's guy, because Pat has pitched this billionaire that's going to kill everyone in order to fix everything. That's your boy Lil Z. He did it. And like that's what's crazy is that like it worked, right? Even the cops were like, I mean, the cops. I think the cops were like taking money from him. That's why they. Yeah, he was paying them off. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, also they were like, well, I mean, the murder has gone down, so. The murder only went down because he murdered everybody he wanted to murder. And after that, it was just a regular amount of low background murders.
Background murders.
All right, but let's talk about the characters. What do you guys think about Rocket?
Narrator. There wasn't nothing much.
Wants to get pussy. Cannot.
Well, yeah, exactly. He's just a normal teen.
Yeah,
regular normal teen. He's just trying to figure out life, trying to get a girl. Dabbling his interest. Remind me of you with the camera and stuff. I think his brother was like his saving grace, because once his brother told him like this ain't for you.
Yeah,
I think that's what, because like after his brother died, I guess that's for him to like pay homage to his brother. Like, I'm not gonna get into.
What did he say? He was like, I'm a hoodlum because I'm stupid. Yeah. He was like, you got brains, which is like, it's an oxymoron, right? Because if he can recognize that he's doing dumb shit because he's quote unquote stupid, it's not really fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
He's being self-aware.
He's being super self-aware, and I mean that takes a bit of intelligence to do, and he's like being even self-reflective. But like I like that. It does remind me. It doesn't. I mean, it's not how I grew up, but I mean, there was a lot of gangs and shit and like drugs and shit, and I was always like, oh, I mean, I did a little bit of dumb shit, but I never got fully into doing dumb shit. But it was always like right there. So like I identify with Rocket a lot as a character.
Yeah, I find his story to be really inspirational, but also very depressing, because like basically what I got from his arc is like, there is a way out of this life. It's going to require a skill and passion for that skill, but ultimately luck.
And they took advantage of him at the end of it too.
You know, he got, yeah, exactly.
With the reporter lady who was like, I found your picture. He's like, I'm going to fucking die.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually get killed when I leave this place because you posted a fucking picture. And she was just like, oh no, it's fine. We got money for you. And it was very much like, because like you even still get like, they're all Brazilian, but like, you know, there's the black Brazilians and it's
Afro-Brazilian,
right? And she's just like, no, it's fine, it's good. And like, yeah, he does get to sleep with her and shit. And I do, in his head, he probably thinks that's a reward. But really, this lady was like, "Oh, you from the slums?" Like, she didn't even think.
No.
Like, she just took the picture. And I know for her, she wasn't like, it wasn't a bad thing to do. But like, she did not think about the circumstances she was about to put this kid in. Because the story could have went the other way. She posted the picture. He went home and got murked 7 times.
So I was actually confused with that because Lil Z wanted his picture taken. He wanted to get well known.
Yeah.
So if that happened, he even told him to go develop these pictures. So if that happened, like the story broke, like the pictures out there, that's what Lil Z wanted. So I never like his life was never in jeopardy.
But he didn't. All right, he didn't. But Lil Z said
The picture in company is an article.
Yeah, Lil Z said specifically. He said, "Get these pictures developed and bring them back."
But why was this purpose? Was to be in the papers? And
No. I mean, he wanted that, but fucking Rocket didn't know that. He said, "Go get them developed for me and bring them back." And then it got posted in the fucking paper. If you knew Scarface and he asked you to bring his pictures back and they got posted in the paper,
exactly.
I'm thinking I'm eating a bullet for fucking dinner.
Okay,
yeah. Like from Rocket's perspective, he's not like.
Okay, I didn't know Rocket didn't know.
No, Rocket was like he wanted me to bring the pictures back, and now it's in the paper.
That clears it up because I was like I don't know why Rocket's freaking out because like this is what he wanted. He wanted to be on the papers.
No, I'm not in that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, what up, Mexican Sublime? He made it. He was very excited in the comments. But
that's awesome.
So all right, so then what about the homie fucking Benny?
Beginning, I thought Benny's going to be one of those characters that he's not like he's just going to be a side character.
Yeah.
And whatever, but I honestly I was drawn to Benny the most.
Yeah.
Because he at a young age he knew what he wanted, and then he was figuring out what he wanted to do. He made his stacks. You know, he did what he had to do to get what he wanted.
Yeah.
He made his stacks.
What was Alicia's ex-boyfriend's name? The one with the red hair that he hung out with to look like so he could fucking.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, like he jocked his swag.
Yeah.
He even jocked his swag, jocked his hair, and was like,
"That's right.
Now I am going to do the ultimate jock and take you."
yeah. Seriously, it was the slow con.
Yeah. So
I mean, at that point, he would have traded her for a bag of coke.
Yeah, straight up.
Well, yeah.
But anyway, so like for him to wanting to get out, and not even that, like him and Lil D, or is it Lil D? Yeah, were well respected because like people were respecting them. Yeah, I know they kind of got respect through terror.
They did.
But there was peace, like you know, peace in like not in the sense of every day was a war. Peace in a sense where you could have a business and not worry about getting robbed. So he was able to create that environment, and Benny was the guy to bring every sector of people together, and that was cool to see for someone like him to bring everyone from every different area to one sector. And then, unfortunately, he got shot, which sucked because otherwise, like he would be out the game. He would have actually won. He would have won. He did what he had to do, whatever it was, finish and get out and just live.
Nah.
So Ricky Tikki Tavi
Z would have found that farming came from.
Yeah.
There was no getting out. I don't think Benny. I kind of disagree. I don't think Benny knew what he wanted until he met that girl. And I don't think he was trying to jock that other guy's style. He was more just like, let me see what. Let me.
He's got his hair dyed.
Let me just go see. Yeah, okay. He was jocking him, but I think it was like in the pursuit of like, let me try something different. And like,
sure.
He went to go hang out with those people, and he was like, oh, these people are actually kind of cool. There's no guns, no violence. We're just kind of on the beach, kicking it. Weed's kind of cool too. We don't have to be on cocaine all the time. I mean, Benny was likable, but like I think he was under Z's thumb for most of his life until he was able to stand up on his own. But in doing that, he was complicit in a lot of murders.
A lot of murders.
So like
even Rocket's brother, he was there when he got hit.
Yeah, so like yes, a likable character, but ultimately not a good person. And even if he would have gotten out of the game, Z is not the type of person to like let shit go. So I don't think there was any.
But Z liked him a lot. Like they were like really close. You don't think Z would have respected that?
But
no, I don't think so. I think
for a little bit,
I think it would have let him go on the farm and do his thing. But then Z would have been stewing alone and being like, "That was my only friend. That was the only person I could trust."
And hold on, but for two reasons on that. But I want to say something. Ricky Tikki Tavi, which is a funny name, isn't that? Isn't that a fucking mongoose that fights people?
Yeah, something like that.
But he was like, Benny's the type of dude that would have caught it straight, and this rings true for me because like before it was after I had moved from Gary, I came back to East Chicago to like see family and shit, and there was a dude who was like the basketball star like in town and shit. He was doing super good. even like the rival neighborhoods liked him. Like he was just cold to watch. Everybody was like, oh shit, like they think he's gonna make it and shit. And he was on a street, it's called Guthrie, which like you just don't fucking go to. And there was like everybody knew him. Like no one would fucking shoot him. Like he essentially had a pass, and he got dead. He got fucking killed. And everybody was mad, right? Even though he was like, he kind of had, he was the hood's avatar. He could move in between the nations, and he was good. But like he got killed, and I feel like it is that like. Because if you are a person like Benny, like you are out there a lot, like you are popular, like you are in the forefront, you are where the shit happens. Catching a stray is on the menu. It's a possibility.
Yeah.
And the kid that shot Benny was trying to shoot Lil Z, and he was like, he just stepped in the way because fucking Carrot sent a fucking young kid with a gun, like they had been doing this whole entire time. Everyone's using kids to fight these little wars.
Yeah.
Sent him to go do it instead of like popping up, and it's kind of wild. But. Well, oh yeah, the thing, Lil Z would have came for him because remember when Lil Z gets that necklace put on him by that fucking voodoo man or whatever, and he's like, yeah, you just can't have sex, right? Like, you just no fornicating. Like, Lil Z doesn't have anyone in his life. He doesn't have anyone.
Yeah.
Benny is the closest person to him. Benny is family. He didn't have no women, none of that shit, right? So, yeah, if Benny would have left, Lil Z probably would have got worse and worse and worse and been like, I need my right-hand man by me. And, like, also, he's not willing to take no for a fucking answer, so.
He's kind of the tragic character of the movie. Because, you know, yeah, again, he is complicit through a lot of it, but he legitimately tries to get out.
Yeah.
And fails. And it's like, whereas Lil Z is like, you know,
got
to
out.
Mickey's point, you can't get out, basically. And Lil Z knows that.
And Benny's always looking out for people. Like his first instance to help and look out for people. Like the camera proposition.
Yeah.
He thought of Rocket right off the bat. Like it wasn't.
Well, actually, old girl did. Alicia was there, and she was like, "Rocket will love that camera."
Then never mind. I'll take that.
But
back.
I mean, but he was willing to give it to him. He was chill. You know what I mean? And
I don't know. It's a depressing movie because ultimately, like,
It is,
my takeaway is the only way you get out of this shit is death or luck.
or jail.
or jail.
Or work for the
So
police.
knockout motherfucking Ned.
Yeah.
Which once again, you want to talk about someone with a regular job?
Now that
He was
is
like,
the
"Hey, I got a
only-
regular job."
He's the only true blue tragic. story
Yeah,
in this movie.
I agree with that because like he was a war hero. I'm not war hero. He was in the military. He went to the military, got back, and they treated him like shit.
What they give him? They gave him a job exchanging money on the bus.
Yeah, that is stupid. Whatever.
That's similar to what happens in the United States.
Yeah,
And then so you got somebody who is really talented with a gun, really talented with a weapon,
And karate.
and has no actual means to make any actual money. Cool.
I was
Right.
I was a little disappointed with how many times we heard knockout Ned and we didn't
See him knock out anybody.
I wanted him to challenge
Yeah.
Z to a fight. Like put your guns down. We're gonna do this.
Z would have just shot him the second he put his gun.
Of course he would have, but I felt a little disappointed we didn't get no karate. Just like just one sequence of him just like putting somebody into the ground with his face.
Yeah.
A
So
flashback, maybe.
You know?
somebody was it Lil Z himself? I think it was Lil Z who does it, but someone sexually assaults his fucking girlfriend.
It's his sister.
That's Z.
Oh yeah,
No,
no.
that was his girlfriend.
Yeah, because like they were like, oh, and then they didn't kill him. They just humiliated him, and they were like, oh, he think he the shit. He think he could do this, and that. And it's like, bro, like, I mean, I understand they're going for the humiliation angle. Don't they also make him get naked in the fucking club?
Yep. But all because
Was that knockout Ned
that was Knockout Ned
in the club?
in the
Yeah.
club. That was the same girl that he was after. So that was what Lil Z has no game. So he he has to humiliate people
Or
or
R word.
R word. And on top of that, I remember, like you said, like he let him live, but he knew he made a mistake, so he went back to his house because he wanted to kill him.
Yep.
And then instead he killed everybody, like his brother and his.
Thus
dad.
by radicalizing him even more. And then what he's Rocket was like, one bullet from fucking knockout Ned's gun, who is a marksman, is worth 10. So like and then they go to war, which is the thing too, is that like Lil Z did manage to keep the peace for a while. But the next war was inevitable because he wanted what Carrot had, and he was like, I want to take over your territory. And he was like, don't. Like, they had a symbiotic relationship on some Prop Joe fucking Avon
was
Barksdale.
bad.
They could have just been chill.
It was those bitch ass kids, man.
Oh, the runts?
The
Yeah.
fucking runts, bro. It was the fucking runts.
Russ
You know?
and Benny dying.
Also tragic figures, but fuck them kids.
You know who they remind me of? Kennard from The Wire, who ends up shooting.
Fucking Kennard.
Because, like, look, these kids are watching the older generation and looking up to them. And they're like,
that's how the movie ends.
y'all out here
Yeah.
getting money. Y'all out here killing people. I can do this shit too. It's whatever.
Yeah.
And
That's how the movie ends. It's like it's them now. It's their turn now.
I think
Yeah.
so we're gonna talk about our favorite moments from the movie before we wrap up. I will say my favorite moment because I think it's two favorite moments. One, the chicken running away feels like Rocket, like he's tied down and he barely gets loose and barely ducks under the tire and just keeps going. And it's just like, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Like, I got to go. And I feel that energy from Rocket. And I like that. I like how they showed that. But also, I think this is going to be really fucked up to say. My favorite moment is, well, I like all the stuff with the picture development, but them shooting that kid, the one in the foot where he's like, yeah. Because that moment that's it.
That shit felt too real.
Felt too real. It felt like the whole movie stripped away to be like, yeah, we are telling you a movie, but also let's keep in mind, like, this is what's happening. This is it. This is fucked. There's no laughing. If you can see that in the theater, I feel like there'd be a couple of oohs and ahs throughout the movie, and maybe some like, oh, that's uncomfortable, and maybe even a few laughs. You get to that point, it's going to be quiet. It's going to be quiet, and you're going to hear somebody crying softly while they're like, fuck, this is fucked.
Yes.
This is so fucked.
Either that kid is one of the best actors alive, or they like stomped on his foot before they rolled the camera, because that was a real cry. That was,
I think they really shot him.
You can't fake that cry. Like that was
someone came over there and slapped. They didn't slap him. They probably did. Stomped on his fucking foot, and he was just like, ow, or they let the squib go off on the way that it was gonna hurt. You know, like it's gonna hurt a little bit, bro.
I don't know what OSHA protections are like in Brazil, but that shit was too real.
Yeah,
but I would say that kid and Lil Z, the best actors in the movie.
But that's it. That moment, I think, for me, shows you like the ugliness of it. It shows you the older generation using these kids, and even the indoctrination when they get the other kid. They're like, all right, now you got to pick one of these kids to shoot. Come on, man. And they're like, oh, cool, he did it. And it's like, no, you can't gloss over that. It's like, it's this the lack of empathy. It's so fucking raw. And it's like, God, it's the whole fucking movie.
If you guys asked me to like hang out for the day, and then the day ended with me having to pick and kill a kid, like I'm never. I'm moving. Like I'm not.
See, but after you've done that though, you're in. And the kid knew it too, and he was like, "Well, that's it. I'm a gangster now. Like, what am I gonna go do? I'm gonna go be a fucking farmer. I just shot a child. I'm a gangster."
He also did a psych too. He was looking at this kid, and he just did this.
He didn't want to look at him, bro, because Anyway, once again, also vibes of The Wire. But yeah, so what were you guys' favorite moments?
For me, I have two favorite moments. My favorite moment was for Rocket. Once he met up with that one girl in the newsroom, and then he got the job. He got to go back home with her. He finally got to lose his virginity, because like that's what his whole movie was about. Him. He was trying to lose his virginity the whole time. So he did that. I know you thought that was like she was predatory.
No, she was a little bit,
but at least for him, it was. He didn't see it that way. I didn't see it that way when I watched the movie, but I do get it the way you said it.
I mean, even not just from a age thing, because I do think he's old enough, but like from the work aspect of it. Literally, she's like, "Oh, you're a photographer? I'm a reporter. Like, I need you to bring me the shit." Like, I don't know. It just it feels like she's taking advantage.
But
a little bit.
But for him to be able to get new cameras, to get an opportunity, that's what he wanted to do. Maybe maybe it wasn't like the first like the one that he wanted to do, but like now he's able to do something. So I was happy for him, because like the whole time he was losing. Like he was going for the girl, he lost the camera, he didn't get it. He his brother, like he's not in the game, so he's poor as fuck. So for him to finally get the dub, so I was happy for him. And then also the going away party for Benny. It's before they get a shot. It was just hype. Everyone was having a good time.
Brought all the crews together.
Yeah, everyone from different parts of the game was there, and it was supposed to be a good time, but.
Yeah. All right. Hold on real quick, Dameron, before we get your favorite part of the movie. I just want to say this to the chat. Chat, I need everyone to be active right now, because I'm about to ask y'all a question, and I need an answer by the time we get to the end of all this. We are going to be watching one of two movies, okay?
One of two.
We're either watching Spring Breakers.
Okay.
Or we're watching Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
So wildly on the opposite ends.
They're on wild, but they're both crime movies.
Okay.
So that is what we're going to be watching next time. I need y'all to say right now which one you want, Lock, Stock, or Spring Breakers.
I say Spring Breakers, because this movie felt like Guy Ritchie could have directed it. Like it had Guy Ritchie vibes to me a little bit here and there.
Okay.
But I mean, they're both. I don't know, man.
I haven't seen either.
If we start Lock, Stock, I feel like we got to go on a guy. Let's just have a Guy Ritchie month.
I don't know that we can, because I think because a lot of those Guy Ritchies are reactable.
Yeah, that's true.
But
And I know we'd have to have a larger conversation about it. I will say this.
I'm gonna put that shit.
We're
to a
still
vote,
going
though,
to
because,
do
like,
Spring
it
Breakers.
doesn't make
It's just that we're going to do Lock, Stock next.
There's 38.
Okay.
There's 38 people on this podcast right now. Like, just because we talk about it on a podcast doesn't mean we can't like react to it. Also,
Yeah. All right. Hey, look, I'm here with you, man. But anyway,
sound off in the chat if you would have a problem. Like, would you watch a reaction even though we talked about it on the podcast? Because I feel like you would.
Dameron, what was your favorite part of the movie?
So again, I saw this back when I was a teenager. It's kind of hard for me to pinpoint a specific scene, in retrospect. But what I will say, kind of like in the tone of the kid being shot in the foot, I do remember the movie. It felt like a raw nerve, like the whole time. I was very unsettled, like the entire time I was watching it. I don't think I'd ever had a viewing experience like that, like prior to this movie. There'd been scenes in films where they really unsettled me, or it sticks with you. But I just remember like starting it. I think it was like on Showtime or something, and then like from jump, you're just like, damn, like, Lord Almighty, this fucking movie.
It feels very real.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess I did look up some like fun facts or whatever about it, and I guess this isn't really a fun fact. I should say a tidbit about it. And what the scene where the kid was talking about, he'd never taken like a hot shower, never had a hot bath or something like that before. That was real. Like that kid actually had they were rolling, but the kid didn't know it. And they just like, I think somebody on the cast or some maybe producer like asked him or something. So that's him really
Being like, I've never had a hot fucking
That's
shot.
crazy.
Lord,
literally. All
Wait,
right.
which scene?
It was the kid, like the kid was talking about that, basically that he had never had like a hot shower, he never had a hot bath.
It was, I think, isn't it the very end where he stays with the lady?
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's when he's
okay.
like, it's like they're actually in an actual apartment and not a fucking shack.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so that's it. That's mine.
Okay. Bet. Mickey, favorite scene?
I don't know, but my favorite scene probably the apartment sequence.
Yeah,
The-
that's great.
The history of the apartment. That was like, I was like, wow, that it was such a well shot sequence. Like they had to keep that camera still for like several scenes, several set changes.
Probably drilled that bitch into the floor.
Yeah, like there's like it was such an impressive sequence. My favorite line from the movie is Rocket, and he's like, "I was an ace at rolling joints. If only I had the same skill with women." And I put my phone down. I was like, "Damn." I was like, "Damn, a story of my life."
I feel seen.
Holding up a mirror.
Ooh, shit. All right, listen. This is the podcast. I do enjoy. I'm really excited that you guys are participating in the movie club. You guys here with me, and also you guys here in the chat. We're going to do it. All right. The next movie we're watching is Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Nice.
Before we get all the way off, I do have a quick story. That's the first, I'm gonna put this in big quotes, film I ever saw.
Oh wow.
Like it was my homie Muhammad. Shout out to you, boy. Probably gonna see this motherfucker soon. Anyway, we were in gym class and he brought me a VHS and he was like, "I got this movie. It's called Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. You should watch it." And I was like, fucking okay. Like no one's ever, you know what I mean? Back when you were young and you went to the movies, no one ever bought me a movie and was like, "Watch this." And that put me on a fucking tracks. That put me on a journey. I explained that movie to my mom twice, and she was like, "Shut the fuck up! Stop it!
Great.
Stop! I don't care!
Yeah.
Don't tell me." I was like, "You gonna watch it?" She was like, "No," and I was like, "I'm gonna explain every plot detail." I nerded out, and she hated it. So like, I'm excited to watch this one again. It's been a while, but yeah.
Lock, Stock?
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah, boy, okay, I'm down with that. Dude.
After that, we will watch Spring
baby.
Breakers, and then we'll be at the end of our crime movie.
You guys want to come over and watch it on Blu-ray on my PS5?
At 9 o'clock, at 8
Sure.
o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning?
you know,
Hold on.
old school.
Do you have the Blu-ray? Because I have it.
We'll get the. Yeah, I got the Blu-ray.
All right, I got the Blu-ray too. You got the tin one. You got the Metal Boy.
Oh.
Okay, you know what? Well, I just got the special edition because
Damn, look at you, man.
All right, so we're going to watch
I
it.
think Muhammad gave that to me too.
It's
Nigga,
just-
quit giving me the same movie. Fucking 20 years apart.
Yeah, so we're going to watch the movie.
That's a great recap.
Lock,
At
Stock
8
is
o'clock in the morning at your place.
If y'all want
Friday.
to, yeah, sure, come over to my place at 8 a.m. and we'll watch the movie and then we'll get in here by 10.
Sure.
Why don't we just do it that way so it's a fresh reaction and we can talk about it on the podcast? We'll just get together, record that shit, and then talk about it on the podcast.
What? Because we're going to record a reaction and no one's ever going to edit?
It'll be there whenever it's ready.
I would rather just watch, because then I just
Yeah,
want to watch the fucking
we're
movie.
Just adding work. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I usually watch it in my underwear having
know.
a beer at
But
home.
Yeah.
I'll put on pants.
We can do both. We can do both.
All right. Well, Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all. Stick around for the raid. This has been the Talking Normies podcast.
Shadow Legends.
Bye,
What
y'all.
it do? What it does.
Talking Normies Podcast.